the United States and jailed Russian dissident Alexei Navalny. Biden also stressing he was candid with Putin regarding human rights.
How could I be the President of the United States of America and not speak out against the violation of human rights?
Auditors from the Department of Health and Human Services offices of the Inspector General are probing whether National Institutes for Health officials properly managed research grants that ended up partially funding controversial gain-of-function research by China's Wuhan lab. The Wuhan lab has been linked to the coronavirus, which spread from China across the world. You're listening to USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
The following is an America Matters Media production. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the station or its advertisers, although we think they should. But that's the opinion of America Matters Media.
This is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Celtic Fish, and your host of Geek Speak, sponsored by Data. Thank you for listening on KFOY 1060 AM or on the web at americamatters.us. Now let's get to the show. Hey everyone, welcome back to Geek Speak. Today I have my wonderful guest, Dave McCraw. I'll let you talk about your business in a minute, but great friend. We hang out in the office every once in a while with Dana Smith with Described Day. She was here the first meeting that we had, our first show. So if you guys remember that, for all my wonderful good listeners, and for all you bad listeners who didn't listen to me then, go back, check out the archives. So Dave.
Kenny.
We always start out with these rapid fire questions. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, good. Just remember, channel your geekness.
Okay.
This is Geek Speak. All right. What is your full name?
David McCraw.
David McCraw. And what's your business name?
Which one?
Whichever one you
want.
All of them? All of them.
Easy Web Designs, Reno Tahoe Magazine, Rock On Magazine, Discover Reno Lake Tahoe, to name a few.
All right. Well, brings me to my next question. What is your profession? Obviously, you have a lot of them.
Many. Websites, SEO, magazine, publishing.
All right. And tell me about previous kinds of jobs.
Previous kinds of jobs. Wow.
I know you're a young man, so you might not have had many.
I worked for the state of Nevada, my younger days. Then mortgage company, doing mortgages. And then launched into the magazine world, publishing, doing websites. SEO started at the beginning of the internet, back in the old MS-DOS days of green and white computer screens.
Oh, pretty screens.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about your family.
Oh, my family. Large Italian family. From California to Tahoe. I have a brother here in Reno, a sister in Sparks, a sister up in Lake Tahoe, a baby sister up in Montana.
All right. Kids?
Kids. I have 3 beautiful kids. I have 2 up in Denver, Colorado, my older kids, and one 13-year-old here in Reno with me.
All right. Give him a shout out. Say hi.
Hi, Nash. Hi, Megan. Hi, Josh.
All right. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
Oh, I like the Incredible Hulk. I just like his humor, his bashing everything, not taking any nonsense from anybody.
Okay, so which Incredible Hulk? Are we looking at the completely stupid one who, I almost used a bad word, completely stupid one who's just Hulk smash and just beats everything, or the one that has some kind of like more the Avenger?
More the Avenger type.
Okay, cool. Why?
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 I just love his personality, the switch. It's kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right?
Yeah, I'll go with that. I like it. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies. I love the outdoors. I love landscaping. I love fishing, boating, hiking, walking. I take my dog everywhere. I have a beautiful dog, Border Collie, Black Lab, German Shepherd mix. I love hiking.
That's the best part about being in Reno.
Mm-hmm.
All year long, you can do something fun. What keeps you up at night?
Nothing really keeps me up at night. Nothing at all. No woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda's. I sleep like a baby every night.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I think I got little kids who keep me up at night. And a beautiful wife. You're amazing, Crystal. Really random. I was talking to one of my sponsors, Dado, the other day, and they're like, you talk about your wife a lot on the show. And now I see why she's so amazing, because I had told her some stories about my wife. And she's like, that's why you stay with her. She puts up with your BS. Like, oh, sorry.
Your floral bill, I can't imagine what your credit card is.
She slapped me down on that after a while. Past story, I would not buy her flowers for the first couple of years that we dated and were married. And every time she'd mention it, I'd sing her the Paper Roses song. I don't know if you know that song. For all those people who don't, it goes, paper roses, oh how real those roses seem to be. That song. Yeah. And then I finally bought her roses, and she's like, oh, you got me roses, didn't you? Cop out.
She was expecting the Maui trip, I take it.
I don't know. She calls me on my BS all the time, so it's great. She's an amazing woman. The biggest geek you'd want to have drinks with?
Oh, my. Well, we do that already.
Present company doesn't count.
Present company doesn't count. Biggest geek. I would have to say is my buddy Corey at L.T. Tech Source up in Lake Tahoe.
What does he do?
Programming, mainly computer software.
Oh, he's a competitor. No,
Yeah.
just kidding. I don't do programming.
No, he's a good programmer. He's done a lot of security website builds for us over the years. Good relationship, good guy.
We should get him on the show.
Yep.
I'd like to hear more about him.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Hook me up.
Excellent!
All right. Are you an Android or Mac or Android or Apple phone person?
Apple. Got to do Apple for business. Android's a little bit more techie.
Come on here. You're talking to a tech guy. Thank you. Mac or PC?
Mac for business, PC for everything else.
Well, considering what you do, I understand. Fortunately, I hate your industry because of that. No. All right. How old were you when you got your first computer?
35.
35? So 5 years ago? 6?
I'll leave that guess there. That's a good one.
All right, perfect. DC or Marvel?
Marvel.
All right. Favorite board game? Why?
I would have to say Monopoly. Just with our big family growing up, it was our competitive nature.
Nice.
It was all of the family fun, the fights. You got the whole package with Monopoly.
Awesome. All right, everyone. We'll get back to Dave in a little bit. Today we're not doing news. I am going to do a little bit of talking about a product real quick. Just because I've been noticing a lot of my customers are having issues with their computers. They are not putting their computers on any kind of power backup. I don't know what you think about that, Dave, but
it's a must. They need battery backups, power, surge protectors,
something
in between. Yep.
One of the products that I've been recommending to all my customers is going to Amazon, just looking up APC UPSs. Just because there's a $40 one on Amazon that simply takes care of everything. They last about 3 years, especially with Nevada power. Like I hate to say that's probably the worst thing about Nevada is our power sucks and all the fluxes. And I've been seeing a lot of customers going down because of it. I don't know if you have that issue, but every computer we have has a power backup.
Yeah, computers and TVs, you really need to have them.
Oh, excuse me. Definitely. So anyone out there, make sure that you guys have it, just because you're crazy if you don't. I know that we were going to have a guest, Gina Adams, from Rock On Magazine.
Gina.
Not apologize, but I wish you could be here, Gina. Dave, you know her really well?
Know Gina really well. Great lady. She's doing wonderful things with Rock On Magazine in our community right now. Interviewing a lot of celebrities, a lot of good articles. Growing rapidly.
Awesome. Tell us about Rock On to the best of your ability, because I know you help her out, help her build it.
Rock On Magazine, targeting our local community of musicians, artists, all of the events going on in the area, all of the articles. Dana, local writer, is helping with some of those, and she just did a brilliant interview with Jerry Rice. Nice. And Jerry's coming up to the celebrity golf tournament up in Lake Tahoe at Edgewood. And she just had a wonderful interview with Tommy Chong this last edition. Yeah.
Awesome. And where can they get Rock On Magazine?
Rock On's distribution list follows widely Reno Tahoe magazines, wherever we're putting those out. I can actually get you a full list, but a lot of waiting rooms, Lakeside Crossing, Bizarre Guitar, drawing a blank around town here. And we're going to have some after talking to Eddie right here at the studio.
Awesome.
And the rack, or Reno Tahoe and Rock Ons.
Perfect. And give me that list and I'll post it on my website so that we can blast it out to my followers. Yeah. And I'll make sure that goes out on the social media also.
Yeah, there's over 38 locations distributed to.
Good. And if they wanted to get a hold of Gina, how would they do that?
They can go to rockonmagazine.com to the website. Gina's information's listed on there. They can email her, Gina at rockonmagazine.com.
Okay. All right. So, Gina, if you're listening out there, I'd love to have you on the show eventually.
Yeah,
I wish you could have made it.
We'll get her introduced down here and break her of her shyness.
No breaks today, Kenny. I got the whole half hour. Yeah, you got the whole half hour.
There's no breaks
today? No breaks today. Nope, got the whole half hour. So take advantage.
Sweet.
Nice.
Dave, you got a lot of talking to do. All right. So, once again, I have David McCraw with me. I'm not going to be doing my reintroduction to him, but how are you doing?
Doing great. Doing great. Let's talk some SEO.
All right. Thank you. So, I'm going to have to ask, just because I know what it is, but not everybody. What does it SEO stand for?
Search engine optimization.
Okay, what is it specifically?
What it is specifically is the back end of your website. It's everything that the public doesn't see. So even though you hire a web designer to build your website, the front portion and the graphics and the images that the public generally sees, the search engines, Google, MSN, Bing, Yahoo, their spiders and robots index the back of your website. And that's what SEO is. It's optimizing all of your keywords, your meta tags, the meat of the content and information that's distributed across the internet.
Okay. What do these spiders look like? Are they like black widows?
Oh,
or
man.
no, I'm
They're
kidding.
nasty looking.
Sorry. Stupid thought, guys. So, why is SEO important to small businesses?
It's important that you get the right information out there to the right audience. You want the right content and language embedded into the HTML of the back end of your website, so that you're not losing those potential customers or clients that are looking for your products or services.
Okay. So, as we were talking in the break, or before the show, my company is 100% word of mouth. I don't go out there and advertise on the internet. I have a webpage because I was told you must have a webpage when you start a business. You must have social media. But like, I don't see a point. Why should I care?
You should care in the sense that the online digital world of web pages, with our technology of the smartphones are about 68% of the market out there right now as far as people using them to get the information as quickly as possible. The other percentage is your desktop computers and tablets. But the dawn of the internet age and smartphone technology has consumed everybody. And even through this latest pandemic and everything, with people stuck at homes and using that technology, it's just a matter of survival for certain businesses. But like you said, some businesses are more referral based and it's more word of mouth customer. But for other businesses that have products and services, the technology of all of these apps that are readily available to people, whether it's Yelp, Google, the search engines, you want to be found.
Definitely. One of the things that really interests me when we were talking prior to the show was you mentioned that SEO might not be ready for everybody that's in business. You didn't say those exact words. I'm kind of paraphrasing. I might be misspeaking. But we were talking about business growth. Would you kind of explain that to the audience?
Well, the SEO, it's kind of a work in progress for each business as they're growing. It's kind of like setting your marketing budget and knowing ahead of time what you need to set aside for your growth rate for any given business. A lot of people build out websites. They don't understand that SEO is not always included with it. There's a lot of self programs out there. People build beautiful websites and all of a sudden I can't be found anywhere on the internet. I can't be found. This is a waste of time and money. It's because they don't understand how it actually works. It's two parts. One's the website and the graphics designer and publishing the content of that website. The other part is the back end, the SEO and the website language.
Definitely. Because I know with SEO, if I implemented it, it's like I know eventually I'm going to be bugging and knocking on your door saying, Dave, I know I've talked smack about SEO for so long, but save me. I know this. When I'm ready, I know I'm going to be coming to you. Don't get me wrong.
No worries.
But I'm not ready because I'm not too small. I have good customers right now, but I'm not ready to grow. And what would you tell a customer or a potential customer who is in the same boat as me? Well, I'm looking for the right employees. I'm looking for the right platforms. I'm still building the infrastructure to support growth, but would an SEO help me develop growth?
Well, you want to be careful how far you push your business out there on the internet. You need to be prepared and ready for it. So you do need the right employees and staff in place. All of a sudden you have too much business, and that will make you look bad too, that you're turning down potential clients and business. So,
Right.
you know, the internet is not for everybody. There are certain businesses that, yeah, it's word of mouth and referral base. Spending a lot of money on a website and advertising your business may not be the way to go.
I like it.
Yeah.
So for that writer out there who keeps harassing me, listen up. Oh yeah. No, just kidding. I love her, dear. But no, I totally see and understand. I understand why. I mean, we mentioned prior to the thing, we should just record our conversation prior. It would have been so much easier.
Yeah, we
just
could have did it out there while we're having cocktails and then just played it in here.
Right?
Yeah.
No, honey, I was not drinking prior. That was a joke. But
Are they videotaping us?
yes, they are. They're in there. But we mentioned, and I'm going to be one of those people who have it. I have the Yoast plugin. Why do I want to go to an actual SEO person like yourself, other than you have the experience and knowledge base, than just use Yoast?
Yoast is basically an SEO tool that when you put in the right keyword structure, it needs to match the content that's out on the front of your website. And so it's more of almost like a measuring tool of how well your content matches the keyword structure. And then it gives you, it's automated, so it's going to give you suggestions and more actions to take. It's like an automated module that's plugged into WordPress and different websites. So you can do a lot of it yourself. You can get the basics down. What I tell people is they don't have to spend a lot of money doing SEO and building a website. If you really don't know, then you do a site builder program through web.com, GoDaddy, Wix, all of those type of platforms. But if you're going to have a high quality website with e-commerce attached to it for progress, an online store, you're going to want a WordPress with a lot of those modules plugged in to where you can SEO every aspect of that business. So every time you post a product, you're going to put SEO and keywords on every product that you post on that page. And so it's a lot of work.
Yeah,
And most business owners don't want to be bothered with it, and they don't have the time to deal with it.
Amen. I'm with you on that. You mentioned plugins for WordPress. And I know this is off the SEO world, but you said it. I'm hitting on it.
Go for it.
Oh, good. So one of the things when I help out a customer or help out random people is I'm seeing free forms, WordPress app, this, that, like all these free plugins. What is your opinion of that? Because I know, like, I always tell them, you got to look at the EULAs or the end user agreements on them. Most of them, no, you're not supposed to. But other than that, what do you say?
I say less is better. Use just what's needed to make the website function properly and to secure it. You know, WordPress, open source platforms have a lot of security breaches. WordPress websites need a lot of extra security put onto them to stop hackers and bad things from happening to your site. So sometimes it could be pretty costly. If you don't know what you're doing and you start plugging in all these free plugins, you don't know really what's attached to them on the back.
Yep. Now, WordPress. Preferred, not preferred, your preference?
It depends on the business. The small mom and pops, I like to put just on a site builder program to where it's mostly automated for them. It's user friendly. They can go in with limited skills and update their websites as needed. Most of your corporations and bigger companies, WordPress, with a lot of different software programs into them, I would recommend.
Okay, and which one do you, because when we talked earlier, not before the show, but at a different conversation, you don't use WordPress. You're more of a coder, and I don't remember which avenue you go with.
I use a lot of site builder programs, different ones. Intuit has a system that I've used, but they have a lot of what's called static websites. GoDaddy's website builder systems I love because I love how easy it is to use all their different tools and train business owners how to use it. WordPress, I do have WordPress sites, but I don't like working on them. You need to be very well educated in the world of programming to get through the whole WordPress process without messing things up.
All right. And, that whole install and go is not a thing. You have to be updating all the time.
Yes.
So make sure you go in the back end and update everybody. What is a way that a customer can contact you?
They can contact me through my website, davemccraw.com, easywebdesigns.com, RenoTahoeMagazine.com.
All right.
Yeah.
Preferred method?
Preferred message, probably phone, text.
You got a number?
775-291-6595.
All right, Dave. Thank you so much for being on the show, and we will be welcome to see you again anytime you want to be
Thank you for
here.
listening.
You got it.
to
Love
Geek
it.
Speak,
All right.
Sponsored by Data.
Bye.
This is Kenny McCormick, CEO of Celtic Fish, connecting our community one network at a
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with a sun protection factor, or SPF, of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. UVA rays age the skin. UVB rays burn. And both cause cancer. But the perfect sunscreen doesn't count if you use it wrong. Don't need sunscreen on a cloudy day? Wrong. 80% of UV rays still get through the haze. Only use sunscreen at the beach? Nope. Anytime you're outside, UV rays attack the skin, so you need protection. And you have to reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may